In this session, we are going to learn about dictionaries in Python. So far, we have seen lists and tuples. Those store data in order, and we access them by index. But what if we want to store data with labels instead of numbers? That's where dictionaries come in. A dictionary is a collection of key-value pairs. Each key acts like a label, and each label points to a value. Think about a real dictionary. The word is the key, and the definition is the value. In Python, dictionaries work the same ways. Now let's see how we can create dictionaries. We create dictionaries using curly braces. Each key is followed by a colon and then its value. For example, let's create a dictionary called student using a curly braces. We can have several keys and values for those keys in this dictionary, such as name, and the value is like Emma. Another key like age. The value for this one, let's do 21. And another key like major, and the value is computer science. So let's print this. Print so when we run this, Python shows name Emma, age 21, and major computer science. So here the key name maps to the value Emma. The key age maps to the value 21, and the key major maps to computer science. Unlike lists, dictionaries don't care about order. What matters is the key we use. Now let's see how we can access values in a dictionary. Accessing values. To get a value, we use its key in square brackets. For example, print student name this should show Emma, and print student age this should result in 21. Let me run this. So this prints Emma and 21. But what if we try to access a key that doesn't exist? For example, what if I type print student GPA? When I run this, Python throws an error. To avoid this, we use the get method. Let's see how we can use that. Print student get GPA So let me run this one. Now, instead of crashing, it prints not available. This is very useful when we are not sure if a key exists. Now let's talk about adding and modifying items in a dictionary. For example, we can add items and we can modify items, such as if I were to add GPA to this dictionary, student GPA, and the value is 3.8, that's a good student. This will add new key. Now let's modify a value, student age. The value for this key was 21. Now we would like to change it to 22. This is gonna update the value. Now let's print that. Print student, and let me run that. So now the dictionary looks like this. Name Emma, age 22, major computer science, GPA 3.8. So GPA was added because it didn't exist before, and age was updated from 21 to 22. Now let's talk about removing items. There are several ways to remove items using, for example, pop, del, and clear functions. So student pop major this removes and returns value. Student, let's do del first. Del student GPA this deletes the key value pair. We can also do clear. This one removes everything. So let me run this one first. Print student. Let me move these two to another code cell. Delete these ones. So this one, after pop, major, the key major is gone. So you don't see the major anymore. So when I run this one, GPA is gone. You don't see GPA anymore. And when I do this one, so basically the dictionary is empty after clear. So dictionaries give us fine control over adding, updating, and removing data. Now let's talk about dictionary methods. Let me create a dictionary first, like student name Emma, age 21, and major, let's do computer science. In this dictionary, we can print keys, or we can print values, or we can do both. We can print items. To print keys, we can do print student keys this will result in dictionary keys, and those are like name, age, and major. We can do print student values, and this will show us dictionary values. And those are like Emma, '21, and computer science CS. We can print both, print student items, and this will print dictionary items, and those items are name Emma, age 21, and major CS. So let me run this. So you see that the first prints the dictionary keys, the second one prints dictionary values, and the third one prints dictionary items. Notice these are not plain lists, they are views, which means they update automatically if the dictionary changes. For example, if I add student GPA 3.9 and then call student keys again, it will include GPA without needing to refresh anything. These are extremely useful when we want to loop through a dictionary. Now let's talk about iterating over dictionaries. Let's see how we can loop through dictionaries. We can loop over the keys. For example, for key in student, print key student key. So this prints each key with its value. We can loop directly over values. For example, for value in student values, print value. So this will print values in dictionary. And we can loop over both keys and values at the same time using items. For key value in student items, print key value. So this is often the most convenient way. Let me run this. So that's it. Now let's talk about nested dictionaries. Similar to lists and tuples, we also have nested dictionaries. So let me create a dictionary called students and student 1 another dictionary here, name is Emma and age is 21. We can do another student, then another dictionary here. For this one, name, let's do it Bob, for example, and age is 22. So let's print In this dictionary, students, from student 1, the name. And this should show Emma, the name of the first student in student's dictionary. Let me print that. So this lets us represent complex data in a clean and organized way. So when should we use dictionaries instead of lists or tuples? Use a list when order matters and you only care about position. Use a tuple when the data should never change. Use a dictionary when you want to label your data with keys. For example, a shopping cart with just item names might be a list. A fixed coordinate is best as a tuple, but student records with name, age, and GPA, that's best as a dictionary because we care about the labels, not just the order. So to summarize, dictionaries store key value pairs inside curly braces. You access values by keys, not positions. Use square brackets or get to retrieve values. You can add, update, and remove items. There are several useful methods to work with dictionaries, such as keys, values, and items. You can loop through keys, values, or both. Dictionaries can even contain other dictionaries. We just saw that we have nested dictionaries similar to nested lists and nested tuples. Use dictionaries when you want labeled, flexible data.